Welcome back. Let's jump right in the pool, and at the starting blocks, we find Florida State junior Caitlin Dressel. In 2013, Dressel broke the school record in the 200 free with a time of 1:46.26 as the leadoff leg of the All-American Honorable Mention 800 free relay. Dressel also won a bronze in the 100 free as well as All-American honors. In the fall, Dressel was recognized as the ACC Swimmer of the Week and Female Swimmer of the Week for her first place finishes in the 50 and 100 free at the All-Florida Invitational and against the nationally ranked Gators.
Definitely looking forward to this year's ACCs and hopefully getting on that podium again. We've been working on team goals a lot this year, just staying positive, working more as a team and being more involved with each other, but I think just staying positive throughout the meet and being there for each other and supporting each other, so I think that's our biggest goal right now.
Up next is senior All-American Paul Murray. In 2013, Murray was crowned ACC champion in the 100 free and also earned 2 ACC championships in the 200 free and 200 medley relays. He broke the school record in the 100 free as well as the 200, 400, and the 200 medley relay races.
I'm really excited about it. It was something that I really wanted to do, and actually to finally get that win after the way that prelims went, I was definitely very, very excited about that. I think to be an ACC champion is just, it's hard to describe how exciting it is. I'm just looking forward to this year taking the opportunity that I get and trying to take it all the way through.
Last but not least is junior Connor Knight. Knight placed 5th in the 100 fly at the ACC Championships and swam the fly leg in the 400 medley relays that took the bronze home at the 2013 ACC Championships. He's looking forward to making a big impact this spring.
I wanted to definitely crush it this year and make it a much better year, much more successful, much more consistent year and season. Made a goal to win ACCs in both the 200 and the 100 butterfly, and hopefully get first in the relays that I'm going to be in.
And I'm joined now by the new head swimming and diving coach at Florida State, Frank Bradley. How's that sound to you, first of all?
That's great. I love it. Yeah.
Was that part of the plans going into coaching back when you were a swimmer here in the day?
I've been asked that a lot. I don't know. I think the further I got into coaching, it was one of those things we talk about, and neat idea, but I always try to stay focused on where I was at the moment. And when the opportunity came, definitely jumped on it right away. So.
You have the perspective from here, but you've also been out coaching, in a strong resume. You were at Auburn most recently and a power at Indian River State College here in Florida for a number of years. So that obviously sort of rounded out your perspective to put you in position to do what you're doing now.
Yeah, the whole, I guess, resume you could say in the past 14 years, when you sit back and I'm able to look at it and see how it's grown and how it's built me as a head coach or into a head coach and as a person and when I talk to other people about it, it's amazing how each stop, just how much growth was added to it, or you're able to look back at the place you just were. And the biggest thing for me is just how much more relaxed I am being in this position. Even then, when I was a head coach 3 or 4 years ago at Indian River, much more relaxed, much more confident, and kind of easy going with it and make sure the job's getting done right.
Let's talk about a couple of your key swimmers. We'll start on the women's side with Caitlin Dressel. Discuss what the future holds for her.
Big talent. I think she's really starting to get into that prime spot of where she can be, and obviously now having more of a leadership role, I think that's actually helping her in her physical development. And always trying to be a step ahead or being a leader by example.
Yeah. What's the outlook on the women's side overall? I think there's 4 NCAA qualifiers back from last year.
It's hard to say, with the combination of diving, but I think, we have 3 or 4 really strong relays, and we could develop into others. And individually, there's anywhere between 3 to 6 swimmers, I think, reasonably that could be scorers at NCAA. So, if all goes well and everything kind of falls in the right direction, I think we could have a really, really strong year. Not just that conference, but NCAA especially.
Yeah. What about the outlook on the other side, on the men's side?
Very similar. The relay combination is a little bit different, but having guys like Pavel and Connor and Paul Murray, pretty experienced, guys, and then how they combine on the relays, it sets up to be I think what potentially could be a stronger NCAA team than would be a conference, but you know, they're pretty balanced, especially at the top level.
Yeah, expound a little bit on a couple of those names you just mentioned, starting with Paul Murray.
Paul, interesting guy. It's been a fun year with him being a senior. Seniors are always fun coming into a new scenario like this, but you know, has grown into a very good leader with these guys and girls, and individually, I think he could have a tremendous year. And I think last year was kind of a breakout year for him, but I don't know that he's a household name yet, but I think he could if he continues to make the moves that he's been doing all year. So.
Yeah. What about Connor Knight?
Man, that guy just puts his head down and works. He's your workhorse. Always showing up to practice, always knocking out the sets the way we're asking him to do it. As a coach, he's just extremely coachable, and he performs. He's been so consistent in his performance all year long. So I see nothing but great things for him coming up in the next couple of weeks.
And best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Now let's turn our attention to diving, where Coach Patrick Jeffrey has had a ton of success in his 15 years at Florida State, and this year figures to be no exception. First on the platform is senior Kelsey Goodman, who in 2013 qualified for her first NCAA championships and placed 6th on the 3-meter. She also finished 8th on the 1-meter at the 2013 World Championship Trials. Goodman earned Most Improved Diver in 2013.
Last year was a really good year because I was an upperclassman and I was like settling into the ways of being a collegiate athlete, and Pat and I really synced up as far as training and figuring out the best way that we work together, and it obviously showed because I had the best season of my life last year.
This fall, she has earned 2 ACC Diver of the Week awards and is wanting to finish her senior year on a high note.
Because last season was so great, I just couldn't wait to start this season, and it started off really well, broke the record, and then I've just kept excelling from there.
Senior Tom Newbaker leads the way for the men's diving team at Florida State this year. He is one of 6 Seminoles to earn an All-American status. Newbaker also took the bronze and All-ACC honors on the 1-meter at the 2013 ACC Championships. Newbaker has qualified for 9 ACC finals in his career and wants to add more to that total this spring.
Championship season, I'd really love to final on all 3 boards at ACCs and kind of keep my streak alive there. I'd also, love to end my career at NC2A, so qualify for that. And if I could, final on any board at NC2A, that would just be, a dream come true again.
And I'm joined now by head diving coach Patrick Jeffrey at Florida State. 15th year, that's hard for me to believe, but what excites you as you go into another new season here at FSU?
Well, I think we've got one of the best squads we've ever had, so that's exciting. We've got a good mix of seniors who have been around, who are vets, have got conference champions and NCAA qualifiers and national champion finalists, for USA diving stuff. And I've got a bunch of freshmen too that are good, so it's a good mix. It's and a nice group of kids too.
So it's a good mix of the old and the new. We'll go through, but let's start on the women's side first with Kelsey Goodman. Tell me a little bit about what she brings as she comes back.
Well, Kelsey's a seasoned vet. Her dad is diving coach up in Moultrie, and she's been diving since she's been, 4 or 5 years old, and she's just solid. Every meet that we have, she's the kid who lands on her head every time, and she's tough to beat.
Well, and she's complemented by some pretty good talent in Ariel Rittenhouse too.
Oh yeah, Ariel is amazing, and she's been on the Olympic team already in 2008, and she won the conference meet last year, and she's already been a national qualifier here at Florida State. So we're looking for some big stuff out of her.
Now, Katrina Young, as you mentioned, injuries, coming back from injury herself. How is that progressing as she comes back?
Well, she's another one we took to the national championships in December, and she was 4th on platform, and she was the top girl from the ACC, so that's promising. And going into the conference meet after a year off, I really feel like she's got a really good shot at doing well on platform. But she's a little bit stealth on springboard. She's been winning some of our dual meets. She's been, with the great competition in Kelsey and Ariel as well. So you know, I keep telling her that, you know, she needs to keep her eyes on springboard as well. So I'm really excited. I think we're pretty stacked on the girls' side.
Let's jump over to the men's side, and I guess we start with Tom Newbaker, but it's the same thing, kind of a good blend of the old and the young, if you will.
Absolutely. Tom's been diving really well this year. He's won a handful of dual meets already. He was 9th at the senior nationals on 1 meter. He was 1 point out. He's actually dedicated himself a little bit. I think that made him think a little bit, and I think he's going to come back really strong coming into the ACC.
Yeah. Tell us about the rest of the men's side.
Well, we have Michael Lewick, who's a senior, and he's already been a national qualifier, and he's a ACC finalist, and he's, you know, doing a really great job, you know, finishing up his diving career.
All right, Patrick Jeffrey, the diving coach, head diving coach here at Florida State as another season gets underway, or continues, I guess I should say.